Hello guys, so today we are going to make a restaurant website in pure HTML and CSS. So here is an overview of our website. So I have used only HTML and CSS. So this is a UI based tutorial. So we have made this contact us page, and we have made this login page also. I have explained you guys in our previous tutorial how to make this login page. So if you have not watched that video, I will paste the link in our description section. You can watch it from there, or else copy this code. And here you can see that we have used this linear gradient effect, and we have built up these cards for our menu items, and we have this button. Also we have used font awesome icons here also and here also. So I will paste the font awesome CDN link in the description section. You can refer it from there. So let's start our tutorial. So what you have to do, you have to open your VS Code and just follow up my steps, and so we will build this amazing website, and by the end of this video you will be able to build these type of website, so you can practice them by your end also. So let's start.
So what I am going to do, I am going to open our VS Code first, and so we will just try to build our UI from here. I have included certain images here, so I will include them in our description section also. So we are including certain UL sections, and here we will include an input box also. So let's name this class as, or let's say we will name ID as checkbox toggle. Let's make a label. Let's include a class hamburger. So guys, you will tend to understand what this code will do. Like when we click on the minimize button for responsiveness, then an hamburger menu will appear for that, or hamburger button will appear. So now we will make a column for nav items. Let's include a div, and let's include a class named as menu. So we will include certain li, and we will include an anchor tag also. Let's copy this. And we will again copy paste that. Let's include a section for restaurant. Finally we will include this contacts in this, and later on we will include the file name also for our routing. Now I am targeting a different section. Guys, we have to include certain font awesome libraries, so I will include that link in our description section, or you can manually type in Google and find that font awesome CDN link. I will copy paste this CDN link. Now one section is ready. Now let's target another section. Let's see what we have built. Okay, so certain icons have also come, and we have aligned this list items. So don't worry, we will beautify it using CSS. Now I have to include our image link, so I will copy paste that image link. I will include this image link in our description section also. So we can write an alternate text also in case our image does not load. Now let's include a paragraph. So you can type lorem 50 and it will generate you 50 line of code. So you can see that our image has come. So our section has been ready. Now let's include our footer section. We will include a container class and we will include another div. Let's name our heading as order now. Now we will include certain cards as we see in our design here. So we will code them. So I have named our parent as cards and individual components as card. Let's include our image as. Let's see how this is looking. Okay, so our image has loaded. We will align all the content with our CSS. Let's include certain headings. So you can type 20 lines of code or 10 lines of code by clicking lorem 10 or lorem 20. Now our one card is ready. Now let's make another card. Let's copy paste this. And let's change this image. Let's change this also and let it be the same. Now let's paste another one. Let's name this as pasta and this one also. Let's see whether this has loaded or not. Okay, so all three images has loaded. We will beautify it using CSS. Okay, now let's include a button. You can see that our button has also loaded. Now our basic structure of our HTML has been ready. Now let's include our CSS. For that we have to include our style sheet also. Now let's include here. So let's type margin 0 pixel. Now let's style our anchor tag. Now we will target our list items for our navbar. Now let's include our font family as Times New Roman. You can select any font family. Now let's style our navbar. For navbar, I have included our class as navbar. So we will use display flex and align items center, justify content, space between, and height as, let's say, 80 pixels, and width we will use 100%. Now let's check our design. Okay, this is aligning a little bit. Now we will use position fixed because we want it to be a sticky at top, and we will use Z index. Z index as 1. Let's use background color as white. Now we have targeted our nav links as black. Now let's target our logo. Let's target our UL as margin left, and we will use 12 rem for that. Now let's target our navbar menu. We will use display flex, and we will use gap as 4 em. Let's save font size as 15 pixel. Now let's target our menu list items, and we will use some hover effect also. Now guys, we will try to add a color for our hover effect. Let's say a light blue. Now we will make this responsive navbar. So we will target the input, or let's say display none. Now we will target the hamburger menu. So we will write display none and font size as 24 pixel. Now we will target the right logo. So for our right logo, our class is main logo, so we will copy this and we will paste this. We will write display flex and margin right as 2 rem. Now we will target the anchor tag and let's give this as padding. Padding right. Let's say 1 rem. Now what we will do, we will target the anchor tag and nth child. So now we are targeting the font awesome icons. So here is the class. We will keep border as 1 pixel solid and black, and we will give the border radius as 50%, and we will give the padding as 2 pixel. Now guys, we have to add certain media queries, and to save our time in the video I will copy paste those down. So these are certain media queries to make our website responsive. Okay, so I will explain you what I have done. So when we try to minimize our website screen, so it tends to align only after when we apply media query. So this is called as responsiveness of a website. So these pixel ranges are for computer and laptop devices or bigger screens. These are for middle or medium range screens, and these pixel ranges are for our mobile screens. Okay, so I have used certain properties, certain basic properties. You can easily do that, it's not a problem. And I have also styled sections, our section here. So in section to have a basic gradient effect, I have used the background image as linear gradient, and we have targeted width as 100% and height as 90 ph. So in the container I have used certain small basic code like width 100% and height and position as relative. I have targeted container image and container text. So now we will try to move on to our footer. Now let's copy our background image. We have used the linear gradient effect, same from above. Now let's target the order section. We will use the display flex and justify content as center. So we will use color as white and letter spacing as 5 pixel, and we will use a larger font here. Let's select the font family as anything you want. I will use sans serif. Now let's target the cards which we have seen in the design. So we will use the display flex here. let's space around so that they align accordingly. Let's use cover property for object fit. So guys, our parent was cards and individual are cards. You can see parent was cards and individual are cards. So we will target the card here. Okay, I have to add this para. That's why that error was there. So we will use the background color as white again and padding. So guys, to give the curvy effect we have to add these properties like border top left radius and border top right radius, otherwise that won't work. Now let's copy paste certain code. So I have copy pasted certain code. So what we have done is I've only pasted these sections, so these were repetitive. So we have added the card, we have designed this card name class, and we've only used basic properties like letter spacing and font size, color, and guys these are certain basic things you can easily manage. So we are designing the last section as footer and footer button design. So this is our button design and we have used this order button here, so you can see that our class was button. So we have finally designed it and we have given the background color for our button as pink, and we have used the border radius as 25 pixel so as to give that curvy effect. So now let's see what our design is ready or not. Let's refresh this page. Okay, so you can see that our design is ready. Now we have to design and contact us page. Guys, I have already told you that we will use the login screen from our previous tutorial. So if you have not watched that video, I will paste down that description link. Now let's design our contact us page.
Okay guys, so now we will make our contact page. So let's make the boilerplate. Let's change the title. Let's take one div and let's name this as a class contact container. Let's make another div and name this class as contact info. Let's name this anything you can want. You can name any city you want. I'm just typing a random number. Okay, so now we will make the contact form. So you have to wrap your form in form tag, and let's not define an action as of now. So input type will be text, and we will name this as name. So these are just for two-way binding. You will tend to understand them in React. We will make certain videos, and if you want you can check out e-commerce Redux application tutorial which I had made. So I will paste down in the description section. So in that I have used the two-way binding method, so you can have an overview of that. So this required keyword is just for our two-factor authentication, just a normal authentication like. So when a user tends to keep this field as empty, then an error prompt will appear that please fill this field. Now let's define the text area and let's name this as message. Let's name the role as 4, and this is also a required field. Now let's make a button. Let's name this class as btn and button type as submit. But we are not submitting anything in this video. Let's make our contact.css and let's link our CSS file. Now we will target our body heading and paragraph and form in one keyword. We don't want any padding and margin here. Now let's style the header. Let's put the background color as anything you want. So you can change it from here also. Now we will style the main content. Now we will style the contact container. We have named that class as contact container, and we will write display flags, justify content as space between. So let's check in our output. Okay, so this is building like this. Let's correct this up. Let's style the contact info. So our class was, I remember, as contact info. Okay, so this is the class. Okay, let's now style our contact info and contact form. Let's put flex as 1 and padding as 20 pixel. Now we will style our form inputs. And let's include a text area also as well as button. So we will combine all the classes and style them in one shot. Let's put the margin bottom and border as 1 pixel solid. Let's give the border radius as 5 pixel as of now. And now let's style our button also. Let's put the border as none and cursor as pointer. Now the final step, we will style the footer. So background color, we will copy this. Text align as center and padding as 10 pixel. So I think our contact us page is ready. So let's check our output. Okay, so you can see that our contact us page is also ready. And let's move to our home page. So now guys, our website is finally ready. So you can see that our navbar is ready and we have used font of some icons. So let's give you a quick recap. So here is a banner image. You can change it from anywhere you want. I have used this image. I will paste it down in the description section as well. And we have used this linear gradient effect in this section, and we have used cards. So I have told you all the effects, how to give this curvy effect from here. or anywhere you want, and we use this button. Also, we have made this contact us page, and and we have used this login page from our previous tutorial. So if you have not watched that video, I will paste it down in our description link. You can check it from there. So here is our code. I have explained in previous tutorial on how to build this login page. So this is a basic login page. So here is our code. I will paste it down in our description section as well. I will explain you in this video also. Don't worry. So we have defined two login containers because our design is like this. So here is our login page container and here is our paragraph container. So we have given two divs. So one is for left section and one is for right section. Then we have styled it a little bit. So you can check the styling also. So guys, this is just a normal styling. Nothing to worry about. You can watch that previous tutorial also, or else you can copy this code. So guys, this was our tutorial. So if you like this video, then like it and subscribe to this channel.